Students, welcome to Chemistry Online. So, 7th A group elements is over. In this chapter, in this class, we are going to discuss 8th A group elements, 8th A group elements or 18th group elements. 18th group elements. Eighteenth group elements are 8th A group elements are noble gases or aerogens or inert gases. We may call many names for this. Okay. So here first of all you know what are the elements present in this group and what are their chemical reactions and what are their structures. We are going to discuss. I will finish this chapter within 2 classes. Okay. So here first name, serial number, name of the atom, atomic number, next EC, electronic configuration. Okay, see here, serial number, atomic number and EC. Okay. Then here first serial number 1, helium, symbol He, atomic number 2, electronic configuration 1s2. EC is nothing but electronic configuration. EC is nothing but electronic configuration. Okay. See, second one is neon, symbol capital N small e, atomic number 10. So I am writing condensed electronic configuration with using inert gases. Inert gas elements condensed electronic configuration I am writing with inert gases. So in the place of here I am taking helium, this is a 2, next 2s2 2p6, 1s2 2s2 2p6 like this. Okay. Then third one is helium neon argon, symbol Ar. Okay, 18 electronic configuration I am writing with using neon, next 3s2. So it is after 2p6 electrons enters into 3s2 3p6, 3s2 3p6. Then here fourth one argon krypton, argon krypton Kr. So here atomic number is 36. Here helium neon I am using argon for writing inert gas electron configuration. Here 3d10 4s2 4p6, 3d10 4s2 4p6, 18 28 30 36. Okay. Then fifth one krypton xenon, symbol Xe, atomic number 54, electronic configuration krypton 4d10 4d10 5s2 5p6. Okay. Then sixth one is radon, symbol Rn. Okay, its atomic number is 86. So xenon I am taking to write electronic configuration. So 4f14 4f14 4f14, next 5d 10, 6s2, 6p6. So this is the valency shell electronic configuration of 7th year group elements. Okay, see now we may close this table like this. So here if you see 2s2 2p6, 3s2 3p6, 4s2 4p6, 5s2 5p6 and 6s2 6p6. So general electronic configuration is ns2 np6 except helium, okay. So how many electrons here? 2 electrons. So here 6 electrons, here 6 electrons. So due to ns2 np6 electronic configuration, these elements are inactive, participate in chemical reactions. So these are called inert gases. So these elements are called inert gases. Okay, due to presence of ns2 np6 electronic configuration. Okay, see here, radon is a radioactive element. We can't discuss the properties of radon with normal elements because its half-life period is very low. It does not combine with other elements. So these are the, so here you see atomic number increases. Means atomic size increases. Then what happened? Ionization potential values decreases. So here all are not inert gases. Like xenon, if you give energy, that can be have a chance to combine with a high electronegative value having elements like fluorine and oxygen. Okay, now we are going to discuss chemical reactivity and so preparation of some xenon compounds. Then preparation of xenon fluorine compounds. Okay, so inert gas elements are, means noble gases are inert gases, but if you give energy, so 1800 to 2000 kilojoules per mole, then electrons present in the xenon atom have a chance to excite, like that. So xenon reacts with the fluorine forming some compounds. They are nothing but a xenon fluorine compounds we are going to discuss. So first one, so preparation of XeF2. Here we are going to prepare xenon difluoride. Okay, see here xenon, and the mixture of xenon and fluorine is taken in a nickel vessel at 673 kelvins, 1 bar pressure. Here I am taking 1:3 ratio. Here xenon is excess, then have a chance to form xenon difluoride. It is nothing but a xenon difluoride. Okay, in the same way preparation of XeF4. XeF4 means xenon tetrafluoride. So how it is prepared means in the same way, the mixture of xenon and fluorine is taken in a nickel vessel at the temperature nearly 873 kelvins. So here Xe plus F2 gives rise to 873 kelvins and 7 bar pressure. Then XeF4 is formed. If you take 2, then XeF4 is formed. Here 1:3 ratio we have to take, 1:5 ratio. Here 1:5 ratio we have to take xenon and fluorine. Here 1:3 ratio. Next ratio will be increases. The name of this molecule is xenon tetrafluoride. Xenon tetrafluoride. Okay. So this is the preparation of xenon tetrafluoride. Next preparation of XeF6. It is nothing but a xenon hexafluoride. See here, xenon plus fluorine is taken in a nickel vessel at 573 kelvins and 60 to 70 bar pressure. Then XeF6 is formed. For balancing you have to take here 3. Then it is 1:20 ratio. It is a 1:20 ratio. So in the same way, direct combination of xenon and fluorine we can form XeF2, XeF4 and XeF6. It is nothing but a xenon hexafluoride. Xenon hexafluoride. Okay. So XeF2, XeF4, F6 molecules are prepared. These are xenon and fluorine compounds. Xenon and fluorine compounds. Okay. Next, hydrolysis of XeF2, XeF4 and XeF6 chemical reactions we are going to discuss. Chemical reactions we are going to discuss. First, hydrolysis of XeF2. Hydrolysis of XeF2. So here XeF2 dissolved in water. Then what happened? XeF2 plus H2O gives rise to Xe plus HF plus O2 is formed. If you take 2, if you take 4, it is balanced. So here xenon hydrofluoric acid plus oxygen is formed. Then hydrolysis of XeF4. XeF4 plus H2O gives rise to XeO3 plus HF plus O2 is formed. Okay. If you take here 6, if you take here 2, if you take here 4, if you take here 24, then if you take here 12, then it is balanced. 12 oxygens, 2 3s are 6, then here you have to take here 3, then it is balanced. This reaction we may use for the preparation of xenon XeO3 also. Preparation of XeO3 also, this reaction we may use. Understand? So write the preparation of XeO3 means we may write that reaction. Write the hydrolysis of XeF4 means we may write. So the reaction can be used two types like a blade. So these are 8A group elements, and this is a general electron configuration, and so these preparations of XeF2, XeF4 and XeF6 chemical reactions. Okay, then we have to discuss some more chemical reactions. These are very important for objective type. These are very important for objective type and IP also. Okay. Then chemical reactions. Then second one, hydrolysis of XeO3. Hydrolysis of XeO3. XeO3 undergoes two types of hydrolysis. One is complete hydrolysis, another one is a partial hydrolysis. So first one we are discussing complete hydrolysis. Complete hydrolysis. Okay, so it is a complete hydrolysis. So XeO3 plus H2O gives rise to XeF6. Hydrolysis of XeF6. Okay, so XeF6 undergoes complete hydrolysis means XeO3 plus HF is formed. If you take 3, then 6F, 3 2s are 6, 6HF. It is a xenon trioxide. It is a xenon trioxide. This is used for the preparation of XeO3. We may use this reaction. It is complete hydrolysis. Next, partial hydrolysis. Partial hydrolysis. Okay, so partial hydrolysis, XeF6 undergoes partial hydrolysis of, it forms XeOF4 plus HF. See, XeOF4 plus HF. If you take 2, it is balanced. So it is, this reaction may be used for the preparation of XeOF4. So it is for the preparation of XeOF4. Okay. So then one more reaction. It is a partial hydrolysis. It is a first one and a second one. XeF6 plus H2O gives XeO2F2, XeO2F2 plus HF. XeO2, if you take 2, O2, then if you take 4, so 4HF is formed. So this reaction may be used for the preparation of XeO2F2. So it is used for the preparation of XeO2F2. Okay. So this is a partial hydrolysis of XeF6. So XeF6 undergoes complete hydrolysis, which gives XeO3, and XeF6 partial hydrolysis, which forms XeO2F2, XeOF4, xenon oxytetrafluoride, either xenon dioxydifluoride. Okay. So these are the chemical reactions of XeF2, XeF4 and XeF6. Okay. Now we have to discuss some structures of XeF2, XeF4, XeF6, XeO3, XeOF4 structures we have to discuss. So we will discuss in the next class. See here, first some structures we will discuss. So time is not finished. So here, structure of XeF2, structure of XeF2. Okay. Xenon is the central atom. Xenon is the central atom. It is bonding with fluorine, and it is bonding with fluorine. It having 3 lone pairs. It is a lone pair. It is a lone pair. It is a lone pair. It is a bond pair. It is a bond pair. This is the structure of XeF2. XeF2. Okay. Here, xenon is the central atom. Xenon is the central atom, which undergoes hybridization S, P1, P2, P3, D. Hybridization sp3 d hybridization sp1 p2 p3 d sp3d hybridization. Lone pairs 3, bond pairs 2, sigma bonds 2, pi bonds 0. Okay. Then shape of the molecule linear. Shape of the molecule is linear. Okay. So it is the central atom. Xenon is the central atom which undergo hybridization of sp3d, which having 3 lone pairs and 2 unpaired electrons. These 3 unpaired electrons hybridized the p orbital of F, which forms 2 sigma bonds. So here 2 sigma bonds and 1 pi bond. So shape of the molecule is linear. So this is the structure of here bond angle you may take Linear means nearly 180. Nearly 180. It is the structure of XeF2. Next, structure of XeF4. XeF4, important it is. Important. It is also important. Structure of XeF4. What is central atom? Xenon. Okay. So this is fluorine. It is a fluorine. It is a fluorine. And it is a fluorine. So here XeF4. Here one lone pair. Here one lone pair. And here one lone pair. Okay. It is a lone pair. It is a lone pair. Bond pair. Bond pair. Bond pair. Bond pair. Okay. See here. Note LP means lone pair. BP means bond pair. Okay. To remember this note. See here, it is the structure of this molecule. So xenon is the central atom. Xenon is a central atom which undergo sp1, p2, p3, d1, d2. sp3, d2 hybridization. So lone pairs equal to how many? 2 lone pairs. So bond pairs equal to how many? 4 bond pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then sigma bonds how many? 4. Pi bonds how many? Pi bonds how many? 0. Okay. Then shape of the molecule. Shape of the molecule is square planar. It is a square planar. So here 4 fluorines atoms are in one plane and remaining lone pairs are perpendicular to this plane. So bond angle is nearly 90 degrees. Okay. So this is the structure of XeF2 and it is the structure of XeF4. Okay. Remaining structures we will discuss in the next class. So we will finish this chapter in the next class.